Test, test, 1, 2, test, testing, testing, 1, 2, test. Test, test, 1, 2, test, testing, testing, 1, 2, test. Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing. My mic sound good? Yes, it does. Test, test, 1, 2, test, testing, testing, 1, 2, test. Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing. My mic sound good? Yes, it does.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, test. Does my mic sound good?
Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing. My mic sound good?
Testing.
Yes, it does.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, test. Does my mic sound good? 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing. Yeah, bro, them were the days, bro. For real, for real. Dead serious, bro. Them were the days. 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing. Yeah, bro, them were the days, bro. For real, for real. Bro, for real. Dead serious, bro. Them were the days. Them were the days, bro. Bro, for real.
Welcome.
Them were the days, bro.
My bad. I just had to do that real quick. Real quick, real quick. Yep, real quick, real quick. Ah, damn. Real quick, real quick. Yep, real quick, real quick. Ah.
Everywhere I go, the people really wanna know who I is and who I be. They stop and stare when they see me.
What do you think looks better, without or with? Usually I do it with, but feeling kind of badass today, so let's do it without. Screen, and apparently I still had these in, so yeah. Professionalism. Now before showing you how to set up this awesome trick in Streamlabs OBS, I quickly want to mention the sponsor of this. You will get a pop-up of that video in the next coming days. Now let's go to Streamlabs OBS, and the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you are logged in with an account, because you are logged in, then Streamlabs OBS actually has no chat to put on top of your game, so because of that the game overlay function will not work. So right here you see game overlay. Let's click on that and you will be able to enable it when you are logged in. So let's enable it right now. I'm logged in on a dummy account, so I can show you everything right now. And then right here you can see show chat. You can disable or enable that, and then here you see show recent events, and as this right here, the mini feed, this will be recent events. As you see, something like the video nerd has followed. I just followed this dummy account because this is an important thing. When you're done setting this up later in the video, you will see that your recent event feed will probably be just a black box. Now if you already have some recent events right here, then it won't be, but if this right here is empty, then the recent event feed on top of your game will probably be black. So just make a new Twitch account and follow it to test, or ask a friend to follow your account. That way you have something right here and you don't encounter that problem. And then right here you will see toggle positioning mode. When you enable this, you will see that you get your recent events and your chat, and you can choose the position on your screen. But we're not gonna do it this way, we want to do it in game. That's much better. So let's disable this right here and then click on done. And right now I'm gonna start my game. So there we go. Let me quickly go into a practice range match and then I'll show you the problem you're going to encounter. So now I'm in game, right? But you don't see your chat or your recent events or anything, even though I enabled it into Streamlabs OBS. Let's alt tab out and go to the settings again and then to game overlay. And as you see, it's enabled, but we're not seeing it in game. Now the reason for that is something you can find right here on the bottom, and they are saying this overlay may not work with certain games running in exclusive full screen mode. For best results, we recommend running your game in windowed full screen. So let's go back to Overwatch and let's go to the settings. And as you see in the video settings, we are in full screen mode and you want to change it to borderless windowed if that's an option. Now I hope for you that this is an option, and if it isn't, you will have to be lucky that it actually works with your game. Now another thing you can also do is put it in windowed, click on apply, and then just try to make it full screen that way and play like this with a little bar on top. But I'm gonna change it to borderless windowed right now and then click on apply. Now let's click on escape and there we go. Now we're still not seeing it. Trust me, I'm not trying to troll you right here. I'm just trying to show you every problem you might encounter during this setup. So right now we are in borderless windowed, or it might be windowed full screen in your game. That depends. But let's go back to Streamlabs OBS right now and go back to the settings, because right now we need to be able to enable it in our game. Now let's go to hotkeys on the left and then scroll a bit down, and then right here you will see toggle overlay positioning mode and then toggle in-game overlay. Now you want to choose two keybinds right here. I'm gonna choose F9 and then F. F10. And I'm gonna show you another problem. Now let's click on done. Let's go to Overwatch again. Let's click on escape. I'm gonna click on F9, and as you see right now, I am seeing my stream chat on the screen, but I'm not seeing my recent events. It's a black box. Now from the moment that I would get a new recent event, that black box right there, I'm pointing, but of course you can't see it, but I'll put an arrow on the screen. The black box that you see right there will be recent followers, recent donations, and from the moment you get one, it will change into a real recent events box. Now the other problem I was talking about is that right now I want to change the position of this chat, and I set the keybind to F10, but when I click on it, nothing actually happens. It disappears because it's going into another mode, but I can't see it on top of Overwatch. And this depends on the game you're playing. For example, if I'm playing World of Warcraft, I can just press F10, it goes into positioning mode, I can just reposition, press F10 again, it disappears, and then everything is set. But apparently in Overwatch it isn't possible, so I'm gonna show you how to do it if it isn't possible in your game. And it's pretty simple. You just alt tab out, you go to Streamlabs OBS or to your desktop, you press F9, and then you will see the same ones on top of your desktop, right? Now when you press F10, you will go into positioning mode, and then you can just drag them around. So for example, if you don't want this to block your vision in the game, you can put your chat completely on the top left and then put your recent events right there just next to it. This will depend on the type of game you're playing. If your game has information on the top left, you don't want to put it there. But for example, in World of Warcraft, your minimap is on the right, but on the top left there isn't really any information, so I can just put it right there. So then you press F10 again, it disappears, and right now you can press F9, and then when I click on Overwatch, you will see that it's on top of my game. Now because I'm recording and my screen is a widescreen and I'm doing all kinds of weird stuff with my resolutions to make this work for recording, so you see that it's kind of on the black bar right there. But if I would just reposition it, let me do it really quick like this. There we go, and then we would go to Overwatch. Then you will see that it's actually on top of my game. Now let me quickly give this account a follow so you can see the recent events. Okay, so I've got the channel ready right here, and as you see when I click on follow, you will see that this recent events will actually become active. I wasn't lying, and this way it's just perfect. And now a quick little hack: if you actually want to change the position on top of your Overwatch game, you can click on your Windows icon and then you can just open Streamlabs OBS on top of your game. When your game is in windowed full screen or windowed mode, you will be able to open programs on top of it, right? So right now I'm actually on my desktop, I'm on Streamlabs OBS, I'm not in my game. So when I press F10 right now, I will actually go into the positioning mode and I will see it on top of my game. So right now I can just position it perfectly like this. Okay, then I can press F10 again, go back to my game, press F9, that's my toggle keybind, and there we go. Now I can perfectly game while seeing my chat and seeing my recent events. This is extremely useful. And as I already said before, if you are streaming with one monitor, you might want to use your phone to control Streamlabs OBS, to switch scenes, to disable your microphone, disable certain sources. You have a lot of options with it. Start streaming, stop streaming, start recording. I'm not gonna continue. I'm gonna make a video about it in a few days. I will link it in the cards when it's finished. I suggest you subscribe so you don't miss the video. If you have any questions about this or about streaming in general, I stream
It began as a call to adventure.
How's it going, everyone? John here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another Streamlabs OBS tutorial video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can bring in your YouTube stream chat when you're streaming on Streamlabs OBS, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So hopefully some of these workarounds will help you guys on whatever situation you run into. Now, I did make a similar video on how to do this on the OBS Studio, so if you guys also stream over there, definitely go ahead and take a look at that video. It'll be in the boxes here on the left-hand panel. You're going to want to set it up to where either the chat's going to be on the left or the chat's going to be over on the right. I like to have the chat on the left because of the monitor that I put it on. But you're going to want to then